Hello students, today ma'am is going to tell you a story from a book written by SudhaMurty. And the title of this story is The Best Friend. And let's know first about the author. SudhaMurty is one of the greatest authors of English, Kannada and Marathi stories. She is actually a teacher of engineering, that is computer engineering teacher, and she is also the chairman of Infosys Foundation, or chairperson, and she is actually the wife of the co-founder, that is N.R. Narayan Murthy. You might have heard about it. He is the co-founder of Infosys Foundation. SudhaMurty is also a great social worker and she writes wonderful stories for small children. She has taught in the college to engineering students computer engineering for several years, and now she has become a full-time social worker. So she is a great personality. So ma'am will keep on telling you some wonderful stories which are written by SudhaMurty and many more other people. So stay tuned to listen to all the wonderful stories which are being told to you in your own channel, that is Unique Learning. Try to be a part of the channel by subscribing the channel and press the like button. So hope you are understanding a lot and learning a lot from the videos. Stay tuned, be a part of the channel. Students, today we are going to have an English story which I am going to tell you. So I hope all of you have subscribed to your own channel, that is Unique Learning. You are a part of the channel and don't forget to give your wonderful remarks and share these videos if you like with your friends also. So today's story is from the book The Magic Drum and Other Favorite Stories, which is written by SudhaMurty. So your story is related to one of the most important person which you like. Who is that? You know whom you like more than your brother or more than your sister? Yes, I think you are right. It's your best friend. So all of you may be liking your best friend very much. Yes, so let's have this story. Understand this story, that is The Best Friend. That is the title of this story. So according to this story, there was a man named Keshava and he was a lonely washerman. Washerman, you know, the person who washes the clothes of others. In the olden times when there was no washing machines, then they were washermen, and these washermen used to wash clothes. And then they used to press the clothes and provide to the people. So that way dry cleaning was also not available that time. So these activities were done by some people. His only friend of this person, you know, Keshava, who was the only friend. Yes, his only friend was a donkey. You know, these washermen, they need donkey to carry the clothes which they have to carry to the pond, village pond, or to the river, whichever is nearby. So his only friend was a donkey, and he would keep on talking to his donkey and pour out all his heart to it. Means whatever has happened with it, whatever are his feelings, he used to tell his donkey. Then one day what happened? Keshava had many clothes to wash, and as he was walking home with the donkey, suddenly he passed by the village school, and there he heard from one open classroom. Students, you may be remembering your school. You are in the lockdown situation, but you may be remembering this school. In this school, we keep the windows open. So like that, in one of the classrooms, the window was open. So what he will hear? Naturally, he will hear the conversation between the teacher and the students. So what he heard? Let us know. So he heard that a teacher is scolding his students. Here I am. trying to turn you donkeys into human beings and you just won't study. That was the voice of a teacher. So when Keshava heard this, it entered into his mind, oh, there is a person who can change a donkey into a human being. So why not to change my best friend who is a donkey into a human being, so that I can always talk to him and he can also tell me his things. So it will be a very nice experience. So he waited outside the school for all the students to leave the school so that he can talk to the teacher. So when all the students left, then he went to the teacher. And you know what he said to the teacher? So let's know. The teacher is asking him, what do you want, Keshava? Because he was knowing Keshava very well. So Keshava, scratching his head like this, he said, I heard what you said to the children. Please take my donkey and make him into a human being. And if it becomes a human, we could have such a good time together. Now the teacher understood that Keshava is very simple person. He is not at all cunning. So he thought, why not to play a trick with Keshava? He thought that there is a very good opportunity. I can take this donkey from Keshava. So what he said to Keshava, give me 6 months and you are doing an expensive request to me. So it will cost you 1,000 rupees. So Keshava agreed to it and he gave his donkey to the teacher and he went home. Then exactly after 6 months, Keshava returned to the teacher. And then he asked the teacher that where is my donkey? So you know what the teacher said? The teacher said, oh, your donkey. It became so clever by my teaching that it ran away. Now how can I give you your donkey? So Keshava asked him, where is he now? You should tell me that. So the teacher thought that now I'll have to give him some answer. So he said, he is the head man of the next village now. And then he shut his door. So Keshava went to the next village and there was a meeting going on of the panchayat under a tree. And there what he did, he went up to the headman and he was huffing and puffing and he grabbed the hand of the headman and said, how dare you? You think you are so clever that you can run away? I have spent 1,000 rupees on you to make you a human. Now you come home at once. Now the headman understood that there is some problem with this man. So what he said, he told Keshava that I am not your donkey. You go to the sage. There was a sage or a sadhu who was sitting in the forest. So he told him, you go to that sage and you ask him about this and he will explain you everything. So Keshava went and he found the sage or the sadhu who was sitting in the forest meditating. So he quickly grabbed the hand of that sage and he said, come back now. Enough of this. Because Keshava believed that donkey has become the sage. So he is telling that sage to come back to him. Now this startled sage, the sage was very much startled. He could not understand what this person is telling me. Then he calmed Keshava down and he asked him that what has happened with you? Why you are talking like this to me? And why you are trying to snatch me away from this place? Why you are taking me away? Why you are pushing me? So when the sage asked Keshava everything and Keshava told him in detail what has happened with him, then the sage had a very good laugh. He started laughing like anything because he understood the entire matter. And then he told Keshava, the teacher has made a fool of you. So your donkey must be still with him. Go and take it back from him. And then try to make some real friends who will talk with you and share your troubles with you. A donkey will never be able to do that. So, understood, students? What is the moral of this story? The first moral or the first lesson that you can learn from this story is, do not believe anybody without thinking. You should give a good thought to what another person says, and then only you should believe him. If you cannot think on your own, then you should consult any elder from your house or any wise person. Like here, the sage was a very wise person. Then, second thing what you can understand or the moral of this story is, you should have some good friends of your own who are human beings who can share with you their thoughts and you can share your thoughts with them. It's always good to have a pet with you. But a pet cannot take the place of a friend. A friend is always a friend, that is a human being. So you should have good friends with you. Now regarding the teacher, I should say that all teachers are not like that cunning teacher who is there in this story. Maybe this teacher is conceited or the teacher is having some problem. That's why he has taken the donkey of Keshava. Otherwise, all teachers are not like this. So don't be afraid of the school and the teacher. And one more thing I like to say that all the teachers don't call their students as donkeys because all the students do not behave like donkeys. There are very good and intelligent students who can take their own decisions and who can study and who can understand the concepts very well. So I hope all of you are among the intelligent category and you have understood the story and learnt a lot from this SudhaMurty story. So stay tuned to this channel and ma'am will try to teach you different type of stories which can be in English or which can be in Hindi so that you get good life lessons out of your stories. Because stories also give you wonderful lessons. So keep watching, stay tuned, be a part of the channel. Don't forget to press the subscribe button and like button and don't forget to give your wonderful remarks. So happy learning. Bye. This book is dedicated to all those great storytellers around the world who have passed on these stories from generation to generation. And this is of the Puffin books published by the Penguin Group. And about the author, only it's written, SudhaMurty's grandparents told her some of these stories when she was a child. Others she heard from her friends from around the world. These delightful and timeless folk tales have been her favorites for years and she has recounted them many times over to the young people in her life. And you know, SudhaMurty is a great person who has worked in the field of computer science and she is also a part of Infosys group. So